Hey, it's Randy from Voices, and today we're gonna cover the top 5 ways to improve your voiceover recordings to help you land some more work. So let's dive in. Tip number 1, find the right space. Now this is tip number 1 for a very good reason. The space that you're recording in is probably one of the largest contributing factors to the quality of your audio. Try to find yourself a really nice, quiet space to record to begin with, away from things like refrigerators, fans, furnaces, HVAC systems. These are gonna be really hard to edit out in post-production, so make sure you're as far away from these noise sources as humanly possible. Now you can always invest in sound treatment, things like acoustic panels that will help eliminate reverberations and reflections in your space, but you can always just make do with what you have on hand. Things like blankets, duvets, sofa cushions, basically anything soft and thick. Tip number 2 is to warm up your voice. Just like athletes will warm up their body before a big game, it's important that you're warming up your voice to help with a couple of different things. 1, it's gonna help with your stamina. It's gonna let you record for hours a day without feeling that fatigue in your voice. And 2, it can really help with the overall tone quality of your voice. Simple warm-up exercises like lip trills, tongue twisters, and even just humming can really help warm up your voice for a day in the studio. I'm gonna link a video down below that covers some of our favorite vocal warm-ups. Tip number 3 is invest in a good microphone. Now this one kind of seems obvious when you think of getting into voiceover work. You think of, well, I need a good microphone to get started. And yes, that's definitely true. The quality of the microphone is a huge contributor to the quality of your audio recording. So you'll want to find a microphone with a reputation in the voiceover industry. You're going to want a mic that has a large frequency range and really low self-noise. This means you definitely should not be auditioning on a cell phone. Sorry. Some popular choices include the Rode NT1, the Neumann TLM103, the Sennheiser MK8, and we did a roundup of our favorite mics for this year, and I will link that video down below as well. Tip number 4 is using proper microphone technique. Now, you get yourself a great microphone, you have to pair that with great microphone technique. So we recommend setting up about 6 to 12 inches away from your microphone. This is a good starting place, but of course you can adjust as you need. And then we recommend putting the microphone slightly off to the side. Now, this does a few different things for you. 1, it's gonna help with plosives. So as the P's and B's leave your mouth, all that air pressure leaves, it's gonna pass by the mic without causing that rumbling sound on the microphone. The second thing that it does is it helps with sibilance. Being slightly off axis from your microphone is gonna help with those sharp S's and T's, that sounds in your voice will be a little bit neutralized, making your voice a little bit more pleasant to listen to. And the third thing that having your microphone off to the side does is it lets you read your copy uninterrupted. You don't have a microphone sitting right in your face, it's off to the side, you can read your copy, no problem. And one small tip is that you wanna maintain the same distance to your microphone at all times throughout your recording session. So you can actually utilize your pop filter as a bit of a guide to make sure that your distance doesn't change between you and the microphone. And finally, tip number 5 is to edit and polish your voiceover recordings. This is gonna be the step that really helps elevate your product to that next level. Things like trimming out the silence at the beginning, or removing any unwanted sounds, or moving phrases slightly to make sure that the cadence and the flow of your recording sounds as natural as possible. In this step, you can also add things like EQ and compression to help sweeten your recording, and we always recommend normalizing your audio to around -1 decibels. That way it's nice and loud when the client goes to listen to it. Now there are a ton of great audio editing softwares out there: Pro Tools, Logic, Adobe Audition, Reaper, Ableton, GarageBand, the list goes on. We've done a roundup of our top picks, and I will link that video down below as well. And there you have it, folks. 5 simple ways to improve your voiceover recordings. I hope that this video was helpful for you, and as always, happy auditioning. We'll see you in the next one.